Hey, what's up everybody? It's ThaRealJennyC vlog and we are officially on our way down to Florida. So I'm gonna document our trip in bits and pieces. We had a whole ridiculous thing yesterday. So that's why I look super tired because we went to bed at 3 in the morning or something and nothing ever goes as planned. So, but we are on our way. We left an hour or so ago from upstate New York and we have just gotten into Pennsylvania. So right now the kids are running around for a minute. I got some machine coffee, so I am a coffee snob. And yeah, so that's gonna be rough. I ain't get with creamer because I can't do that powder crap. So we'll see how the coffee goes. I got this back joy back thing for my back. I'm sitting on it right now. This thing. So I'm going to do a review of that. It's we got it on Amazon. I got bad back and it's been really bad the last few days, so it should be interesting to see if this thing is going to help me get through 2 days of driving with 4 kids for 19 hours. So I'll let you guys know if that seems to do anything for me. My back was bad before the trip and we'll see if I make it. So that's it. I just wanted to check in quick while we're stopped here for a minute. We just got to Pennsylvania, like I said. We're going to try and do about half trip today, get a hotel, and then they're half tomorrow and hopefully be in Florida. This is Friday, Good Friday. So hopefully we'll be in Florida tomorrow night, which will be Saturday night, right before Easter Sunday, which hopefully we will just get decompressed and not drive too far and spend a day at the beach before we get going with all these crazy, we got 8 job interviews my husband has scheduled, and we might see our realtor, check out a few places. So that's it, just a quick check-in. I was going to do a vlog yesterday and give you guys all my tips and ideas and lists of things to pack and bring and things to not forget before you leave the house, like turn down the heat and clean out anything that's going to perish, any perishable stuff out of the fridge and pantry, and make sure you clean and take out the trash. You don't want those baby diapers making your house funky while you're gone. We're going to be gone for a week. So also some of my ideas about how to entertain 4 kids for crazy amount of time every day. But yeah, maybe I'll come up with some of those as I go. We got bunch art materials, whiteboards, travel journals, we got a lot of stuff. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna get back on the road in a minute here, but I'll check in again soon. Alright guys. Everybody gonna run for a minute before we get back in the car. Run, run, run. Alright y'all, so it's ThaRealJennyC. It's been a long day. We are in Charlotte, North Carolina. Richie just went to bring the babies and some of our stuff up from the car. I'm just getting the room set up. I got the prayer crib set up. So I was going to do some more vlogging along the way, but I've had a migraine I've been fighting with all day. And it's been a long drive. We left at 9:15 this morning, and it's now it's 11:45. We got here a little bit ago. It took a little bit to check in. It's a pretty nice place, actually. It's Home 2 Suites, and I think this is still considered Charlotte. But it's a pretty good price. We got, if you can see, we got 2 beds and pull-out couch. We got the prayer crib over there. We got this whole fancy kitchen and safe and anything you might need. But yeah, we did 14 and a half hours driving. We got 8 hours and 50 minutes to go to get to Port St. Lucie, Florida tomorrow. So hopefully we'll get a good night's sleep and still leave early enough that we get there at a reasonable hour tomorrow. If we could be there time for dinner, that'd be dope. So for it. So anyway, that's me. I'm tuning out. I am going to go see what I can help with and get these babies back to bed. Everyone's falling asleep in the car except me and Richie. Um, yeah, Mama wants to shower, Mama wants to go to bed. So the saga continues. New York to Florida, driving with 4 kids, 2 about to be 7, 11, and about to be 14. But I gotta say, my babies were good. They were so good, our babies. Everyone had fun, and we got a good squad. We made it, and hopefully we'll make it tomorrow. So, checking out for the night. Y'all have a good night. I know if you got any ideas for stuff to do in the car, and keep them busy. But we got almost 9 hours left to go. So, wish us luck, and I'll keep this going tomorrow. All right, bye guys. Night night. Hey y'all, it's ThaRealJennyC. So we got into Florida 2 days ago now. We got on Saturday night. Well, actually, it was like technically Sunday morning. Then yesterday was Sunday, and it was Easter. And this is Monday morning now. I'm waiting for my husband, who's in an interview. He is actually interviewing at Disney. He's a machinist. He's not, an actor, whatever. He's not wearing a costume. But so I gotta say, traffic was not as bad getting here as I had anticipated. It's funny because I guess you have to take into account that everyone has a different perspective on traffic. We come from a city, we come from Rochester, New York, and the morning commute there can be fairly intense. So I was surprised. I was expecting it to be like tragic, and it really wasn't so bad. The turnpike was, really mild. As it got closer to 7, it's a little after 8 now, and we've been here a little bit. But like once it got around 7, it picked up a little bit, but it wasn't like Rochester. In the morning commute. The only place it really got bad was getting off the turnpike, which also another thing to note if you are coming down. We left from like Port St. Lucie this morning to come here, so in this Orlando Kissimmee area. I will say the toll was much higher than I thought it would be. So prepare for that if you're on like shoestring budget where every penny counts. You should note like from Port St. Lucie to the Orlando exit, it was a $10 toll. So that was higher than I had thought. Definitely not like comparable to Rochester, which we have state tax in New York, and they don't here, so maybe that's why it's higher. But just be aware that's a thing. But yeah, traffic was not nearly as bad as I thought. The only place it really got bad was getting off the turnpike. You like go down and we had to scoop around and go and jump on. Not sure what it was. I don't know, but it was only for like a minute, and then I think we got on Interstate 4 maybe. To come here, and then it was really bad like merging on there, and it was really congested for a minute or so, but after a couple minutes it chilled out and it wasn't that bad. So except for a couple little spots, it really wasn't so hectic. If you're coming from a fairly big city, if you're coming from a small town, it's probably terrible. So just know, there's obviously a different perspective for everyone on that, but it really wasn't so bad. So anyway, that's my update for now. We got some beach time yesterday, which was awesome. And hopefully we'll get some later today, because we only have one other interview today. And then we have 4 tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be jam-packed. And then we're celebrating our middle daughter's birthday the following day, and we have 2 interviews that day. And then Thursday we're gonna go back. So tomorrow will be crazy. I'll probably be killing a lot of time in between interviews. I'll probably vlog more then and catch up more then. But for now, that's the update. So far, it's a great trip. Also, another thing, from New York to Florida, we did not pay a single toll. So I'm not sure what way our GPS took us or what, but we avoided the New York State Thruway, which would normally have tolls, and every state down, not a single toll the whole way. This morning on the turnpike was the first one. So anyway, Richie's on his way back in a minute, so I'm gonna go see how it went. But have a great day, y'all, and I will check in later. All right, have a great day. Bye. Okay, guys, so I've never met you. So I just wanted to update you. It's super loud here, by the way. So sorry about that. But so the first part went pretty well. Disney seems to be like really strict, whether you're in the front of the house or the back of the house. So the first part is really just to like get a look at you. And so even though my husband was kind of like keeping his hands under the table, they must have been checking him out from afar, because we have matching wrist tattoos, and they told him that he would have to cover that. Though they were cool that they said that, machinists here wear long sleeves anyway. But they said just, make sure you wear long sleeves. And his hair is longer than mine. He has super long hair. So they did say you will need a haircut to work here, which I think is sort of like crazy, because it would be in the machine shop. It's not in any way, interacting with guests at the park or whatever. But they like their cast members to be in costume, is what they say. So you have to look the part, and that involves a haircut and no visible tattoos and that sort of thing. So, but Rich said that's no deal breaker. So he is at the next step now, which is the machine shop. And it's funny, I'm a seamstress. I don't know if I've mentioned that in the vlog before, but it's funny, there's so much behind the scenes stuff over here by Disney University where the machine shop is. And I can see down the road there is textile services, costume processing. Now I've always been actually kind of like anti-Disney, because, the man always comes and saves day for the poor damsel in distress. And I'm like, girl power, feminist, crazy, borderline anti-man, sexist, like super feminist. So I've always been like, Disney, whatever, with your prince saves the day nonsense. But I gotta say, it's kind of like awe-inspiring here to see all the behind-the-scenes stuff and how involved it all is, and what big complex it is. And it's pretty cool. And I want to make costumes. That's dope. So it's kind of neat. And the interview seems to be going pretty long. Usually long interviews, good interviews. So who knows? We are very choosy about, we need to make a certain amount. We need, to be in the right area and whatever. So we'll see if it turns out to be the right fit. If he does get it, which I assume he will, because he's like the smartest guy, he's really good at what he does. So he's already gotten he got two, sight unseen written offers before we even came down. So, I'm sure he'll get it. It's just if it's the right fit. But anyway, so it's kind of cool. I just want to tell you guys, there's so much stuff over here. It's cool. Like, sneak in the back door and see what's going on back here. So, and I know for him too, being a machinist and being into what he does, it's a craft for him. I know he was interested, even if he didn't get the job or whatever. He was kind of curious what the machine shop would look like here, and what what kind of machines they use. I know that they use some Mazak machines, which was what was cool to him, because he likes that type of machine. He used some in his current job. So, but he was just like, I want to know what kind of sewing machine you got. He wants to know what kind of metal working machine you have. So I'm sure he'll get a cool tour of it. And maybe, who knows, maybe it'll work out and it'll be awesome, and hopefully they'll give us free tickets, because I'm sure our 4 kids would. like to go. So I hear it's expensive. I've never been. Like I said, I was never really a Disney person. Though leading up to the trip, we knew that he had the interview lined up. And I gotta say, the more I looked around my house, once it was in my head, I was thinking about it. You start noticing how much your kids' stuff and your kids' clothes and your, stuff around your house is Disney owned. You're watching ABC or whatever. They own a lot. So it's kind of everywhere. You're sporting on whether you thought you were or not. But yeah, so that's the update, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Alright. Enjoy the sunshine. Hey guys, it's ThaRealJennyC, just giving a update. Today is Tuesday on our trip, and Richie is in his third interview. He got an offer at both of his first two today. Seems like Florida is really, especially Space Coast area, which most of his interviews are at, seems really booming for machinist work. So he did get offers his first two. The first one didn't really seem like a good fit, but the second one he actually liked more in Disney or anywhere. It really seems, I have a feeling that'll be the winner in this race. So but he's at one now, and we'll see how that goes. And he has another one in a little bit right after this one. So I wanted to follow up too about Disney. I know when we were looking to come down here, Rich was really curious about what it would be to work there and what the machinist setup was there and what their machine shop was like at Disney. And there really wasn't much information available as far as working at Disney. If there was, it was more so like working in the park for maintenance or as a character or whatever. So just a few things that you might find interesting if that's information you were trying to find out as well. For one, they run a union shop, which we were super surprised at. I would have thought they would have gone the other way on that, so we were really surprised about that. We are pro-union, so for us, if it came down to two things that were sort of like a similar level of, being the right fit, probably being a union shop would be the deciding factor for us. So whatever side of that, fence that you're on, that's something for you to know. That we didn't know until we got here. Also, being a union shop, that's going to go with all the union stuff. If one guy works overtime, everyone has to work overtime. So there's not a lot of overtime given. But it seems like pay goes up pretty nicely. It's the tiers of how much time you put in. So it's a union shop, and everything that goes with that. So another thing, if you are a machinist and you are looking for employment at Disney, or if that's a shop you're interested in, he did say that he was surprised to see that they do everything with G-code. They don't use Mastercam or anything like that. So they manually put in all that G-code. So he thought it was strange. But he did say, ironically, since G-code seems like a step behind as far as the technology goes, he said that the shop itself was actually very high-end, all of the very best machines and tooling, and the woman that works there who orders parts said, whatever tooling you need, just let you know and I order it up. Unlike, some machine shops, I guess, if you work at them, you have to really plead your case to get the tooling that you need, and so it seemed a little more laid back as far as stuff like that. If you need it and it's gonna be the right thing, then they just throw money at it. They don't mind putting money into getting the right stuff to do the right thing. So some pros and cons there. I guess cheat codes pain in the necks. You have to enter it all in rather than Mastercam that kind of does that for you if you know how to use it, which he does. So there's some information on machining at Disney. if you were looking to come down, that was your field. If you have questions, I would happily ask him and relay the message. If you want to put anything in the comments as far as that goes. I know for him, he was kind of dismayed that he was very interested in, the machine shop there and what the, scene was here. So we understand you may have questions about that, and we'll try and help answer them. If we can tell you something we've found out that we wanted to know ourselves. So this last shop that we just went to, actually though, I think beats Disney. He seems to really like it there. It just felt like a good fit, the right place and the right pay and the right, personalities. So right now I think that's our one to beat as far as, find the right place. So, but we'll see how it goes. Another thing about Disney too that I thought was kind of cute. The beginning of the interview was at their casting place, which is where they kind of look at you. Another thing with the last shop, he wouldn't have to cut his hair, modify his appearance, so that's a bonus. But the casting building where they their first phase of the interview, which then there was a fairly significant drive to where the machine shop actually was from there. Probably like a 12-minute drive or something. But that first place, the casting building, was very cute. Everything was decked out with like gold and paintings and whatever. But the actual doors, they keep locked. I saw a thing saying Snoop on you so they can see your wrist tattoo from afar. But they had the little like talking doorknobs from, I think, Alice in Wonderland or whatever. So it's kind of cute to me that they try and keep it whimsical for the employees, as well as like they're in their bubble all the way, not just where the customers are, but where the people at work there are too. It's very all under that whimsical umbrella, so that's kind of a cute touch, I guess. But so anyway, that is the update for now. I'll let you know how these next, last 2 interviews of today go, and we got 2 more tomorrow, which hopefully we get some good quality time with the kids tomorrow. It's been a lot of doing, job hunting and stuff like that. So, I will say too, the last job was in Melbourne, so not only did it seem like a good fit as far as that was concerned, but the area looked really nice to me. It reminded me a little bit of home. I'm from Rochester, New York, and it felt very much like a Greece or a Webster, if you're familiar with that area. It was very, upscale, but not too upscale, and a little bit city, a little bit suburb. But, not real rural, not like bad city, but like a good blend. So, lots of businesses, lots to do. I think too the schools in Melbourne are supposed to be really good. I have to double check again while we start house hunting if that seems to be the winner, which I have a feeling it is. So, but anyway, that is my update for now. I'll let you know how it goes. Alright guys, stay on the journey, and I'll check back in a bit. Bye. Hey y'all, it's ThaRealJennyC, and this is going to be the last update for this Florida trip. I might do another vlog of the trip back up to Rochester, New York, but today's our last full day in Florida. Richie is at his second job interview for today. He had 4 yesterday and 2 the day before. He's expecting offers from all 8 actually. He's gotten 2 on the spot offers. His place they went to this morning in Fort Pierce, they said they would send over the offer in the morning, and he's expecting offers from the rest of them. He's got a couple favorites. Disney's one of his favorites, and also the one yesterday in Melbourne he really liked a lot too. But he's really gotten a good grasp on the situation here with machining, And I guess that for machinists, there really isn't trades. They don't really have trades down here. So pretty much their whole pool of workers is people they can snag from up north who are moving down. It's funny, everyone that he's kind of talked to has been from Connecticut or been from, wherever. There's really not too many people in Florida or from Florida, but especially so in the machine shops. It's trades aren't being taught like they once were, and it does sound like they have them in the high schools down here. I know, we had vocational programs when I was in high school, and they have at least, some, like my son just did his plan for next year. He's going into high school, and it sounds like they have some vocational programs there. But down here they really don't. So it's a pretty hot market if you're from another state and you want to come and you're a machinist. It seems like you can really write your own ticket down here. So even the people that have made offers, they're like, well, come on, give us a try. And if you don't like it, you can write your ticket anywhere down here. If you're good at what you do, it's hard to find good help anyway. And especially without having a real pool of tradespeople down here, if you're coming from up north, you're really a valuable asset for them to pick up. So it seems to be going really well. I guess the gas prices are fairly comparable to what we're paying up north, at least here in southern Florida. We're looking within like a hour and a half radius, 2 hour radius of Port St. Lucie. That's sort of the radius, or the nuclei of the radius we're searching around. But seems like Melbourne is really a hot place, and I gotta say he really liked the shop there yesterday, and I really liked the surroundings. It felt very kind of homey to me. It felt like Greece or Webster, New York. A little city, a little suburb, and plenty of shopping. Looked like you could walk down the street and looked safe and clean and well kept, and it looked like a place that we could call home pretty easily. The place that he liked this morning was in Fort Pierce, which is very close to Port St. Lucie, which is where Rich's family lives, part of the year anyway. So that would also be good, because it would be close to family, and seems like housing is fairly cheap there. I'm not sure about schools, though. We would maybe have to live in Port St. Lucie or another outlying area. Seemed a little more rural than I expected. People kind of talk crap on Fort Pierce, but it actually is more rural than I had anticipated or expected. But like a weird blend of like rural with industrial. It was weird that I wasn't super feeling it. But there was plenty of areas all around there, within a very few minutes that, looked promising. So, keep doing your homework if you're doing the same thing and you're heading down to live. And if you have any questions about if you're a machinist, or your husband or your wife is a machinist, and you guys are looking to come down and you're wondering about the job scene down here or what the shops are like, Richie did 8 interviews in 3 days. He has a little better handle on what the scene is like down here, and I can gladly try and find you answers. So if there's anything to it you think we should know, if you already made the transition down, or if you're a Floridian and you have some good advice, we'd be happy for it. It looks like we're definitely going to be moving down once my son is out of school for the year in June. So yeah, it looks good. It looks like next stop, apartment shopping, or home shopping. So that too, the housing situation seems very comparable to what we're looking at up north, and with great proximity of beaches. Anywhere we've looked at shops, there's been water nearby. So that is fabulous as far as I can tell. And like even right now, I'm sitting in a parking lot with giant palm trees outside my window. The weather is beautiful. Every day is like summer. Every day we've gotten up early to go to job interviews, and it's like I feel like a little kid, like, "Woo, summer's come." My friend posted on Facebook yesterday that it looks like it's gonna snow there, so it's gonna be sad over the next 2 days, going back up through the colder. But we're gonna do it, and we're gonna stay on our game, keep on hustling, and we'll be back here soon. So stay on our journey with us if you're doing the same thing, or if it's something you're thinking about, or if you just you just think I'm bananas and entertain you. So just come along with us, and I promise it'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, drop a like if you like this video, share, drop a comment if you have any questions or any good advice. We'd love to hear it. So hit subscribe and come back soon. Alright, bye guys. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine.